Hey everybody, and welcome back to Attempts at Governance. This is episode 280. 280 episodes of Attempting Governance, and very happy to have you all back here with us. Hey, do be mindful because the times are changing all around the world right now, and we stay fixed to the UTC schedule. So I know some people, it's causing some confusion, but happy to see everybody who's here today to discuss what few refs we have in OpenGov and some very exciting research report by Tommy on the bounties. We're going to get to that very, very shortly, but we're going to start with the state of the Treasury, which is looking pretty good today. We are down on DOT, however. It's loading. There it is. We are down on DOT, 280,000 DOT, which is worth 808,000 US dollars at today's market value. That brings the DOT Treasury to 25.62 million. We are up, however, on the stables, up 400,000 on USDT to 6.73 million, and up 360,000 USDC to 4.45 million. Now, part of the reason that we're down on DOT this week is because of the burn that happens every 28 days, I think it is. Every 28 days, we have this treasury burn. 1% of the treasury just gets evaporated from OpenGov control, and boom, removed from circulation. Obviously, burning is generally seen as a positive thing. However, we do have a major tokenomic change coming up. This is the great reduction in issuance. So some conversations are being had. Should we continue the burn on Polkadot? We did stop it on Kusama, but now this income to the treasury starting on March 14th of next year is going to be greatly reduced by 54% from what it is this year for the next 2 years, and then even more reduced after that. So this is a discussion that's being had right now. Just so you know, this year alone, we've burnt 1,665,465 DOT. That's firepower we're never going to be able to put to use in the future. That's gone. Should we stop the burn? We'll see. Maybe we'll put it up to a vote sometime soon. But that's the state of the Treasury. I'll now throw it over to Florentina for a look at refs gone by this week.
Thank you, Jay. So this week we had a Wish for Change 1761 asking if we should have a native PUSD based on the Hanson protocol, which was rejected with 81% nay.
Wow.
And then we had Luke's proposal, AI Delegate Conflict of Interest Detection Protocol, also a Wish for Change, number 1754. This one rejected with 100% nay.
Yeah.
Then we had Pendulum. They were wanting to ask for 50,000 DOT. And after discussion on this show, actually with you, Jay, as I remember, they went to the DeFi bounty, I believe. So it's please vote no. Then we have Region X, who had a proposal, medium spender 1759 for 196,000 USDT, but due to feedback during the proposal, they have asked to vote nay, and there's another ref that was submitted later. We will look at it in a little bit. Then we had a small spender, 1766. This was a resubmission for Polkawatch, the decentralization analytics site, infrastructure and maintenance, asking for 38,545 USDC. And this one was approved with 53.6%.
Very good.
So it just went through. Just as a reminder, they had originally submitted this proposal in DOT and it was rejected, and then they came back with this USDC ask. And lastly, small spender 1762. So this is the resubmission from Region X. This is the core time site, and they did come back with a lot less features and only an ask of 65,600 USDC in comparison to the one that we just saw a little bit ago, vote nay. But this one unfortunately did not go through. It just got 44% support. And that's it for this week.
Okay. I don't know if we looped on the Region X there. That was my bad if we did. I'm not sure about that. Do they still have a proposal up? I think so. I don't know. We'll have to check it out.
This is the second one. It got rejected.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So, yeah, you got to be a PJS master, Polkadot.js master if you want to deal with core time, possibly going forward. But no, I guess it still works for now. Funkatron looking fresh. like a newborn babe, back on the show. Let's throw it to you for the state of the funk.
Thanks so much, Jay. State of the Funk is fantastic.
Oh.
And I mean PH, because tomorrow we have Funky Fridays coming up with none other than yourself, Jay.
Oh
so
my
I'm
goodness.
super stoked for that conversation. And I also, at the last second, was asked by Davidson to join him for this new space on dot jobs, which is going to happen right after that episode, where they're going to talk about opportunities that exist in the ecosystem. So I think that'll be a really good conversation, especially because right now, I mean, we are literally 2 days shy of my technical 3rd anniversary at Lucky Friday. I was the 2nd person hired. Back then, it was literally like 5 or 6 of us. Team's now probably close to 25, so been growing by leaps and bounds over that time. So yeah, just fantastic all around. Looking forward to being with my friends here on AAG, although I do have to leave a little early. And I'm really especially looking forward to Tommy's big report because I know we have a lot of, we're working toward that final end game where we have a lot of bounties kind of running things rather than people coming to the treasury. We already see sort of the slowdown in refs. So curious to hear what Tommy has to share with us today.
Yeah, very cool. Tommy, also, I mean, are you related to Dot Jobs? Because I've seen you've been retweeting a lot of their content and stuff. You're just a supporter?
Just supporting. I mean, this was related to the HR, the smaller HR campaign that I had earlier this year,
Yep.
and a few different teams that were building job marketplaces have been reaching out. And so during the time, I also made sure to amplify it and make it visible, but no direct relation.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool. Well, thanks very much, Funkatron. Tommy, yeah, let's throw it to you because we do want to talk about this epic research you did on the bounty runway. Actually, we're going to put that on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Well, what's the story here?
So this is part of a bigger effort around understanding the treasury. So every 3 months, I'm publishing a treasury report showing how much did the treasury spend, also how much did the treasury earn, and what's the current balance, what assets does it hold. And so for quite some time, for almost 2 years, I've been working on this personal initiative to bring more structure into OpenGov budgeting and give everyone a clearer picture. The whole conversation started with, can we have a budget? And then sort of the consensus at the time was that there cannot really be a budget when token holders are voting, when every vote is basically a different vote with a different voter base. But what we have seen over the recent time is that the voter base is consolidating. We see more stability in OpenGov. And so I think it would be very reasonable to assume that budgeting is also a possibility to make sure that OpenGov follows a strategy and knows what it's doing and has a certain agenda of what it wants to achieve. We know that bounties are getting continually funded, so there is a certain agenda in OpenGov and what things it wants to happen. And so bounties are these things that I think of as departments in OpenGov. So we have sort of the recurring bounties that are getting funded again, like Meetups bounty, marketing bounty, the UX bounty repeatedly, Paseo testnet, RPCs nodes. So we have different things in terms of operations, in terms of outreach, that where there is a commitment from OpenGov to support these things. And they come at different times to receive funding. And so since I would say OpenGov, but like the whole prospecting into the future and understanding what's going on in OpenGov and what will we spend money for is getting more complex. OpenGov is also giving out vouchers now in terms of saying we will give a certain amount of DOT or USDT or USDC in the future. So to bring more structure and predictability, stability into the whole thing, this research here shows how much runway do the individual bounties have left in terms of DOT, and when could we expect that they would come up with a top-up proposal? Yeah? So we see here that about, let's say, half of the bounties would be coming. We have 3 bounties that would be coming in the next 1 or 2 months, or would be running out of funds in the next 1 or 2 months. For example, Incubator, we have a current proposal up. Meetups and UX Bounty would be running out of their current budgeted funds in the next 2 months. And then we have 6 more that would have funds for another half year, 3 to 6 months. So this by itself is, let's say, a few data points. And I think what we can do with that is, together with the upcoming treasury report, is we can project into the future how much money we will need for the different, let's say, areas of OpenGov spending, when we can expect that there is a halving coming in terms of how much OpenGov is making in income from the revenue. And so putting all of these factors together is quite a challenge. And so that's what we are continually working on. And so this is a data point here. The treasury report that is coming in a week or so will be another data point. And then I will do another attempt at sort of projecting, okay, how much would we put into the certain buckets. This will be an input for the Web3 Foundation, for the broader community discussion. And then, yeah, I think going into 2026, we should have a more solid understanding of what OpenGov actually wants to spend money on, so that we also have the freedom to see, to take a little bit of the nervousness and uncertainty out, and just create certainty, clarity of what exactly OpenGov wants and can achieve.
Cool, man. Nice work. Hey, I mean, okay, so first thing that's jumping out here is all of these inactive bounties with large dot pots. I mean, what should we do about this? Should we get these funds back? I mean, what do we have, 1 million dot here almost that we could probably recoup?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is the Polkadot Pioneers bounty.
What even was that?
That was started very early with, I think,
2022.
backend support from Parity or the Web3 Foundation or so, some of our institutions. And then I think it was not, at some point it was discontinued. It was something like an incubator or accelerator or something like that. Yeah. And then I think at a certain point it was discontinued and the bounty was no longer used. And then I was already thinking about, should I submit a closing request?
Yeah.
But then I was hearing that it's getting reactivated or something. So
we could always reactivate it under new expectations and parameters, you know?
Yeah.
Claiming a pot of funds from 2022. Like, oh, I got the new, from 3 years ago. I got the new direction for these funds. Trust me, bro.
Yeah, and for the legal bounty, I'm not so sure. I think it was they intended to get tapped, so it was basically an offer to different parachains and teams in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's fully inactive. I would have to ask Cheaper. He made the research.
Okay.
Not sure if the legal bounty is completely inactive now. It was started by Mforce.
Yeah.
So I would expect that it might just did not do anything yet, maybe. Right? Some of these bounties are reactive.
Florentina?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that, Tommy, about the legal bounty, because as far as I understand, it exists. Maybe they haven't done anything recently, but I thought it was active. I was surprised to see it as marked as non-active. And then regarding moderation team bounty and games bounty, I guess, well, mod team bounty was not renewed with the last proposal on OpenGov, but curious to see what's going to be the continuation of that, or if you have any information from your research on that. And then games bounty, I thought Angie was the last time said that they would come back with the new proposal, but
I had the feeling that we will see a proposal coming up. Haven't seen it so far. Maybe we should ask around a bit.
Yeah, I think we asked Strind about that, maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe it's going to be a new bounty, totally.
Yeah, and then, for example, Polkadot Kusama Bridge bounty is also just a purely reactive bounty. So it's a pot of money sitting there, and if someone reports a bug, like a critical issue, then those funds would be made available.
And they just recently shuffled their curators, I think, right?
Yeah, a few of them got new curators.
I think what's interesting about this is, as we see the runway wind down, it's kind of a runway for us to investigate the effectiveness of how those funds were spent. Because often what happens is, you know, a bounty comes to Treasury for a top up, and then we're all like, well, what's happened? You know, and then it's this 3-week rush to get information flying in the right directions and to explain themselves. And I think we probably miss a lot. We probably waste a lot in that too. So like Incubator, the Wasm Smart Contracts, I don't know, based on like this new Inc initiative, I think that probably won't continue. I'm not sure.
So there's two Ink initiatives. There's the
Right.
one to continue the language, and there is the one to integrate it into Hub.
Oh, thanks, Funkatron. But maybe we could keep talking about it.
I
Yeah.
don't have much on the agenda today.
No, it's the only opportunity to use it. So I'm glad you did. But yeah. So you were saying one is to continue.
Yeah, one is to continue developing Ink as a smart contract language, and the other one is to integrate it into Hub. So we have two different proposals up right now. I believe.
Two different
There's still
refs up?
two different Ink refs.
I think just the one, right? It's because there was the bounty, which they're not going to do anymore, and then they're just going to put it through a medium spender, right?
There is Ink Alliance 1773,
Mm-hmm.
and there is. Oh yeah, maybe it's just one.
Mm-hmm. But they did have like a bounty up before, but that wasn't going to pass. So now they're just doing the spend.
Looks like it, yeah. Yeah. Ink Alliance is a spend of $538, $538,000,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a direct spend, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd be interested what's going on with this incubator. Okay, well, this is bounty number 9. Let's go check that out.
19?
19, sorry, my bad. We're going into bounties. Doo-doo. 19, baby. Here we go. Shoop. 46 child bounties. Oh. Here we go. A curator fee. So we've had curator fees most recently. And when was this made? I mean, this might have been made a long time ago. Let's see about this one. A month ago. A rogue curator fee a month ago. That was the most recent activity. Curator fee, facilitator fee. So the last one that was for something that doesn't seem to be bureaucratic overhead. That was a month ago too. This is a hackathon that they did.
Hackathon, block space synergy, quite a bit block space synergy. D-dot.
16th child bounty of
Yeah.
Can we dig in a little deeper
balances,
here? So we had a hackathon and inkathon with them. Yeah, and then we have some. Okay, so this is, and then some payouts. This is some payouts from the Web3 Summit hackathon. That's what that is. So I think they sponsored that. Florentina.
Yes, as far as I understood, this bounty 19 is to pay. Oh, you can't hear me?
Can you guys hear Florentina?
Yeah, we can hear. I can hear.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay,
well,
let's.
Seems everybody can hear her but me.
Can you hear me, Jay?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Florentina.
As far as I understand, indeed, this bounty 19 was for teams that build with Ink.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one, the one that is please vote nay or that got rejected, was to develop the language itself, the Ink language itself, like doing tutorials, documentation, and everything to prepare, as Tommy said, for Polkadot Hub.
Right. That's the one that Peter and crew is trying to get through right now.
Right, exactly. So then this bounty that you were showing right now, with the child bounties and all of this, seems to be just for teams building on Ink. So
great. Okay. So most recent was that hackathon, and some funds for managing it as well. Okay. What else do we have on here? Anti-scam bounty. I guess that will continue. Tommy, you think?
Yeah, anti-scam. There was some trouble recently, but then on the second attempt they got funded again, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because I think they got more cost efficient. Marketing bounty. I feel it's. So I've been working with the marketing bounty. These encounters are typically positive. It's just I still find it hard to see the overall strategy, and I think I would want more clarity on that also for the next round of the marketing bounty.
Yeah. I feel like marketing bounty could become more intentional rather than reactive. More like this is
Yeah.
what we want and gathering the right talent together, possibly.
Yeah. I mean, especially after Sub-Zero, I guess maybe it will be overall more clarity for everyone who is doing outreach and marketing in the ecosystem. I hope so.
One opportunity for actually, I shouldn't talk about. We'll talk about that later. Fast grants bounty. Has it? I'm to check in on that. 36, 30, or 63. I'm wondering if it is. Last I heard, it had kind of ground to a halt. What have you seen, Tommy?
2 days ago, 3 days ago, 16 days ago, 29 days ago. Okay, so they're
because they are still getting stuff out now. That's good.
there is payouts, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. We actually have a few. So Toronto apps here. So Sacred Protocol is Toronto based, and so is Dot Striker. That's cool.
Nice.
So this is slowly rolling out. That's good.
Yeah. So they got funded 67,000 DOT.
Mm-hmm.
Their typical payout is around 1,000 DOT. So yeah, that's quite a bit of material to still have for them.
System Collator. This actually just got. Didn't this just get topped up?
There was a proposal.
Yeah, I think it was a ref gone by last week. It was in refs gone by last week.
Yeah. I mean, collators is very simple and predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's constant cost and you can budget it very strictly. And I would say similar to the Paseo testnet bounty.
Mm-hmm.
Open source developer grants, we just had a handover. So 2 of the curators were handing over, like including me. So it's a new curator set now.
You're in it now.
I'm out now.
Oh, you're out now. Okay. Okay, so we have Otar. I don't know these people. Oh, Niftesti is cool. I don't know these other people. Seb, Ditavia, and Abaraj.
Keegan should be there. Keegan from the Web3 Foundation.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Good.
Curator payouts. Java SDK delivery. And milestone 2 of dot app. Okay, so that's good. Anything else we have here? Polkadot Assurance Legion, they just got funded big. And DeFi infrastructure, they got funded big. Rust bounties, what about that? How's that doing?
I felt like this also went silent. No.
64.
1 month ago.
No information on the Subsquare page here. So let's dive in here to child bounties. This is the Rust bounty. Obviously, we have some awesome people on this. Xerox Taylor, Clow, Yakapanik, Shidanda. But so, yeah, go ahead.
We recently had the bounty compliance standards report.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe to remember that this one was a little bit hard to understand, the Rust bounty, but I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what they're doing here. We have 2 months of curator claims, payout claims. The last payout to some Rust project was to Blockdeep 3 months ago. And then we have 2...
Yeah,
then we have
Rust
three.
The Rust bounty was the one that had like really bad ratings at the bounty compliance audit.
So far,
in terms of transparency.
Yeah. Okay. So just based on this, I mean, obviously there's a lot more information here, but it looks like we've had 7 months of paying curators and 1 payout to a project. And curators, curators getting, I don't know what this would be, $2,000 a month or something, or 3,000 maybe.
Yeah, in the bounty compliance audit we wrote, we see the bounty is active and engages external agencies. However, we could not find any information on how work is allocated, how to submit proposals, or any related process. We also note that 4 of the 5 curators have been collectively paid $12,000 per month for the past 3 months.
12.
Or a few spend approvals.
Oh, put together, you mean? Not
Yeah.
12,000 each.
Yeah, together.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond improving bounty operations, we ask the curators to justify these wages and explain the extent of their work for a position of this level of payment. So the ask is basically, hey, could you improve your transparency, please, guys? Because it's hard to see what's going on.
They might have answered you, Tommy, because if you see on the bounty 64, there's some comments, and there's a comment from Shanda from 2 weeks ago saying you can find more and apply at, and then there's the link to the website. So seems to be
ogrust.com.
yeah.
We're diving in. We're diving in.
Apply for funding. Nice.
Okay. Calls for proposals. And the curators. Okay. I guess it would be good to know how many projects they have vetted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the curator set is awesome, but also a curator set of very busy people, and maybe monthly payouts doesn't make as much sense as some project-based or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can only know when you see what's going on, which is hard, not possible right now.
Yeah,
but it's an improvement that there is a website now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I think we have a few months of material here, bringing teams onto AAG and getting to the bottom of what's going on here. We could kind of work down the stack here, but I'm going to add to my list of OpenGov activities. I think we should probably try to close a few of those bounties at the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever have difficulty getting information from a team, I mean, the easy way for information discovery is to simply put forward a proposal to close a bounty. It's basically a trial, right?
Never fails to get the relevant parties into a conversation.
But obviously, as a last resort, we don't want to waste people's time. 10.
Yeah, the one Pioneer's bounty was active 1 month ago. It paid out a bounty 1 month ago.
To who?
Java host phase 3 child bounty remaining account. Fruitshin. So there was activity 1 year ago, then 7 months ago, and then 1 month ago. So I guess something happens on the back end, and it's maybe very slow development processes, maybe grants for projects that take a very long time.
All right. Okay, let's look into it.
Yeah.
Anyway, great research here, Tommy. Thank you so much. That's really cool.
Yes.
And this is a really interesting little session we had right here as well. Funkatron, you got to go?
Yeah, I got to get to that other meeting. But
See you tomorrow.
yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Okay. See you, buddy. Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Tommy. Let's move on here to check out some other things happening. Oh, so this is big news. This is whitelisted caller ref 1777. Upgrade all system chains to version 2.0. This is great. This was actually a surprise to me that they're now numbering with the 2.0 narrative. This is all thanks to you, Tommy. Very good. Good job. And also, so I was exploring Grokpedia. You know, they launched Grokpedia as a competitor to Wikipedia. Polkadot 2.0 made it into Grokpedia. So there you go.
Ooh.
Yes. So in the Polkadot page on Grokpedia. Very cool. Okay, so here we are. Upgrade all system chains to version 2.0. This includes setting scheduling the Asset Hub migration, which is going to be happening on November 4th. That's Tuesday at around 8 a.m. UTC. We actually are going to have Yan on the Friday.news pump tomorrow. We have just a mini interview with him where he's going to give some really awesome information. But this is high stakes. So we already did the Asset Hub migration on Kusama, pretty good. But the state that we're moving is quite a lot larger. It scales the problem a lot. It scales complexity a lot. So there's no sure thing that this is going to go off without a hitch. But vibes are high. Everybody's confident. We'll have to see. Expectations, it could take 4 hours, could take 8 or more hours. I guess some collators needed to add some bigger caches or something like this. I have no idea what the heck's going on. But if a lot of collators added bigger caches, then this is going to happen a bit faster. If not, they're going to have to kind of leak the migration a little bit more slowly. But this is going to be very, very exciting to watch on Tuesday. Tommy, you're going to do another live stream?
I don't think for 8 hours. I don't
Okay.
think so. I mean, maybe I tune in at the end or at the beginning or so.
Yeah. Check in on it. Okay, that's very cool. This is also fiddling with the hydration proxy account that OpenGov has control over for the DCA. This is so OpenGov can retain control over those funds. They're adding some invulnerable collators for Asset Hub as well. And I guess there's some liquidity restriction error issue. I don't know if this has to do with the migration or not, but I've actually had some liquidity problems. I'm not going to get into it on the show, but I've been having real difficulty moving some funds on Polkadot lately. I don't know if that has to do with it. Florentino, what's up with you?
Sorry, Jay, just wanted to clarify the part you were saying before about adding the extra flag. It's not for the collators, it's for the validator nodes.
Oh,
I just put
oh.
you the link of Oliver's tweet on the comments if you want to pull it up.
Let me check that out. Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
And it's super, super important. They've been trying to communicate for the last 2-3 days now, with 2 days, I guess, to all validators. And I don't know how many validators actually watch this show, but if anyone is watching it and knows a validator, please tell them to make sure that everybody adds this flag, DB Cash 8,000, to your validator until they tell us to remove it, because the risk is that some of the validators might just slow down, which means that the whole network could slow down, and we don't want that. So just tell any validator you know to please make sure, if they haven't already, to please add this flag until they are told to remove it.
Okay, thank you very much for that correction and context. Yep, this is going to be pretty cool. I hope. We'll see. But Polkadot 2.0 is nearly official. They expect this to pass by Monday at 8 a.m. UTC, so we'll be well on our way. Should be pretty cool. Hey, Nikos, welcome to the show, dude. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a bit.
Hello, hi. I heard about the bounties. I was just scrolling through YouTube or something, and I'm a creator of the Fast Grant, so I was like, maybe you need some information. And
so how's that going? So I was hearing a few months ago that like kind of the backlog had gotten so huge, but it looks like some things are going through now. How's it going?
The backlog is still huge. We're trying our best. It's not easy, and I joined the curators as a tech helping them in a tech way. Like I can lead you some work that is being done, and we're doing it. But at the same time, we're overwhelmed from other tasks as well. We're trying to pass things through. We're running out of money because we spend all of most of them to projects that are passing by and to milestones that are being completed. I can link some links about the applications and the delivery projects that are happening right now. I think they're public, and you can see what's been merged and what's been closed. I think we have 15 project milestones closed. We have 15 on the way, for delivery, I mean, and then we have another 8 open applications coming through for the upcoming weeks. So yeah,
it's moving.
We're passing stuff. Yeah, we're passing stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, thanks for that update. Yeah, I figured it was just a little bit more work than we first thought, and then I remember the curator switch, and so good to hear things are kind of getting into flow.
The thing is that we have to update a little by little, the delivery list, like what we need for delivery, because there's always something new coming up, and we said, oh yeah, we never thought about it, so let's add it on the next list. So it's a little bit front and back, but it will get there.
Cool. Okay, thanks, buddy. Very nice. Okay, let's keep looking at some refs on the go here. So we talked about the whitelisted color check. That was the Asset Hub migration in Polkadot 2.0. Very, very cool. Over on the Wish for Change track, we have the Transparency and Fairness in Decentralized Nodes ref, which is still waiting for decision deposit, 1.1% in favor. We spoke about this. It's GovernNown on the I side. GovernNown is on the I side. GovernNown has been captured by Ruby Node and Co, and it is on the I side. But otherwise, no, I'm just kidding. It's all nay. And I don't think that's going to make it to vote, probably. This is an interesting one. This is by Bifrost Foundation, by Tyrone over there. Exploring protocol revenue to strengthen Polkadot's treasury. And I think that we saw this kind of as a discussion post, maybe in the forum, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the summary. While the Polkadot community has previously discussed diversifying BTC and ETH in treasury reserves, a key argument remains, can these assets bring consistent or sustainable income? This proposal suggests an alternative approach. Allocate treasury funds to mature DeFi protocols by holding revenue-generated parachain tokens. This strategy adds yield-generating assets to the treasury portfolio, potentially improving long-term financial sustainability. In addition, the proposal also introduces new financing model where funds remain staked within Polkadot, but using inflation to fund projects instead of spending principal. So hold parachain tokens and get a yield off them by using liquid staked tokens, I suppose, is the idea here. Tomatron, what do you think?
There is one thing that they added to this article. It's the second headline, case of funding assumptions. And I will try to summarize it because the idea is actually quite interesting.
Okay.
So the idea that they're having is, so imagine the treasury lends DOT in the worth of $5 million to the protocol for 4 years. Yeah. And instead of paying interest, the protocol gives to the treasury $1 million worth of protocol tokens. Right. So for example, if it were Bifrost, the treasury would give $5 million worth of DOT. Bifrost would put it into liquid staking, so there would not be a sell pressure for DOT. And the protocol, instead of paying back the staking rewards, it pays back. It pays with BNC, worth $1 million immediately. And then the suggestion is now the Polkadot treasury can use those BNC and sort of use them for yield generating activities. Yeah. So I think the advantage for both protocols is there is no immediate sell pressure. The Polkadot treasury gets a yield-bearing asset. It gets its loan back after 4 years, and it can use that yield-bearing asset to actually generate some yield. So the basic idea by itself is pretty interesting, I would say, as a deal, right? As a revenue-generating asset that the treasury will hold.
And then we get the DOT back.
And then after 4 years, the DOT is returned. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the advantage for the Bifrost or the protocol would be that it can generate yield on the DOT loan, right?
Yeah.
It sounds to me as it would be fair in every direction. I think specifically for Bifrost, it might be tough on the DOT loan itself because if DOT staking will be significantly losing weight in the DOT economy, then this might present an issue for this specific deal.
Yeah. Just to clarify, so it's this BNC token, which is like a revenue sharing token. But as you point out there, I think this was brought up in some chat somewhere. It's like, what happens to tokens like VDOT when we slowly graduate from an economic security model to something else?
Yeah,
that's a big question for sure. I saw on Token Terminal, Bifrost is like 16th for revenue, for protocol
Mm.
revenue in the
Looks like it.
industry or something like that. Crazy. Slightly ahead of Mythical and Hydration actually on the top 20 there too. So, but yeah, what happens after Dot goes? But I mean, with Hyperbridge as well. I mean, Bifrost has this whole new avenue to do what they do for a broader industry now as well. So maybe they
Yeah.
can pivot over there.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, Bifrost is not just dependent on Liquid Dot.
No.
Also Liquid ETH,
Mhm.
etc.
You know something I've been noodling about for a while, as far as bringing roll-up economies closer to Polkadot economies or closer to the treasury. I've been thinking specifically in the context of hydration, because when you think about it, it's kind of well, it's a little bit crazy that we put so much of our treasury into hydration, but we kind of have no direct control over the development of hydration governance in any way. It would be kind of neat if we opened up a new track in Polkadot OpenGov that reflects votes happening in Hydration OpenGov, and we could acquire HDX to vote, and perhaps over time in a very significant way.
Yeah.
But right now there's like a total gulf between governance systems, but maybe there's some way we can blend them a little bit and get protocols closer.
I think it would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I guess we'll wait. This is fresh. This was posted 26 minutes ago. Is that true? Created 2 days ago. But
The latest update is 58 minutes ago. Maybe there was a textual update.
Yeah. Sometimes it's even just a comment. We had a comment 30 minutes ago. But anyway, we'll have to see. This is pretty complex, which you know what that means. But hopefully we get some more clarity and some good discussions on this going forward. That's also, and this is just a wish for change as well. So it's a temperature check in a way.
By the way, there is more to this article. I just pointed out this specific idea that was added recently. So yeah, I can just there's more to this article and just basically starting a discussion.
Yeah, they actually they have some other they have a case study for hydration and Hyperbridge as well here. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's see what else we have going on the show here. That was all for Wish for Changes. The big spender this week, still just the Stella Swap incentive program, 1 million DOT. And I'm eager to check out the votes now. We're almost halfway through the decision period. And we have one biggish vote on the I side. That's 1.36 million on the I side. Otherwise, no support. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DVs on the nay side with Chaos DAO, Permanence DAO's extra bag, and then we have Governown as the DV light on the nay side as well. So that's a devastating nay for the Stella Swap guys, and I'm not quite sure where we go from here. Haven't heard from them about coming on AAG. So yeah, that's the situation on the big spender track. Over on medium spender, okay, so here's the Inc. Alliance, enabling Rust smart contracts and developer growth on Polkadot Hub that we've been talking about throughout the show. This is a third of the way through the decision period now for the 538,000 USDC. And yeah, it could go either way at this point. 40.9% in favor. Ret DAO, Saxonburg, PBA, and they're all on the I side, as well as Flez and Governown. Rogue voting on the I side as well. Makes sense, but on the nay side, it's Chaos DAO that's holding this down. Chaos DAO is holding it down hard, and Colorful Notion as well. I wonder what Chaos DAO, I wonder what their justification is on the nay side. I don't think they've left feedback, but maybe Colorful Notion has? Nope, doesn't seem like it. So, yep, there you go. We'll know more about that next week. We have, oh yeah, the NFT marketplace Chaotic, still doing surprisingly well, 180,000 USDC. Looks like there might be a lot of abstains though here. Well, no, I guess not. We have Polkadot Poland, Saxonburg, PBA, and Trustless all on the I side. Red DAO, White Rabbit, and Governown on the nay side. And it looks like Chaos DAO is, Chaos DAO's abstain there. That's what's up with that lighter turnout. And then we have a new medium ref this week, 1772. Oh, sorry. No, not there yet. This is, we spoke about this last week. This is staking dashboard, 154,000 USDC. And this is 21.5 million on the nay side. What do you guys think about this staking dashboard getting rocked here? Chaos DAO, DAO, and Linexus all on the nay side.
I do know that I had issues with onboarding and staking, and the staking dashboard recently was my best choice to actually get those issues resolved.
Yeah, I've had that happen too. Staking dashboard, I end up going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other options, if you're on the PC, is a Talisman from my perspective, or going to Polkadot.js, but the end user should not go to Polkadot.js.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would actually tend to give users a bit of choice and support the staking dashboard. I don't see why. I mean, maybe it's about the details or about the ask size or the feature development. Like one option could be to split it into maintenance and development.
Yeah.
And maintaining what is there for a certain cost position, and then additional developments for the future in a second proposal, right? Because I would definitely like to see the existing dashboard going. I would have to look into what is proposed in terms of new developments if that excites me.
Yeah, on the development roadmap here, it's DeFi integration. Staking dashboard's position as one of the most widely used Polkadot dApps positions it to be an effective gateway into the Polkadot DeFi ecosystem. This proposal outlines plans to onboard critical DeFi features directly into the staking dashboard to provide a seamless experience for key tasks, such as the ability to pay for transaction fees in stablecoins, expanding the balance interface to also include stablecoins, discovering an account's DOT on other rollups and transferring it back to Asset Hub to stake, and rolling out liquid staking support and adding stablecoin swaps. This isn't very heavy DeFi. This is kind of like stablecoin integration a little bit and DOT discovery on the roll ups. That's what that seems like. And they're going to do okay. It looks like pretty heavy development for those particular things. And then core maintenance and protocol adaptation, user experience improvements, network and language expansion, advanced features such as notifications, code-based formalization, and API and developer resources. Florentina, you're in Linexus there on the nay side. What's going on with that?
Yes, thank you. Exactly. I wanted to give, we gave some feedback to Ross and Joel. We actually agree with what both of you were saying before, that the dashboard is great. It is very, very useful the way it is. They have done a great job. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought it froze. They have done a great job, and it's very, very useful in the state that it is in right now. And we encourage them to maintain it. Absolutely. The reason for our nay, as we have told them, and it's in the comment as well, is mostly regarding these new extra features that they want to develop into it.
Mm-hmm.
We believe that it's complex enough the way that it is right now, and just maintaining that could make more sense than asking for many more things. And as well, we believe that the team is very good. They have so much potential. So maybe they could focus on other projects for the ecosystem as well, instead of this DeFi integration of the staking dashboard.
Yeah, I hear that. No, I think that's kind of echoes the comments we were saying at the start of this too. Like, it's a very useful app. We should definitely maintain it. If anything, make it simpler. But adding complexity and features, we see this a lot, right? We have a good team. They want to keep building. So how do you maintain a good team that wants to keep building?
Yeah.
You add more features.
Yeah.
But that might not be what
or you
OpenGov
find another
wants.
project.
Or you find another project. See, that's the that may be more helpful. But yeah, okay, very interesting. So we'll have to check in on that next week and see where that is at. And I did invite Ross on the show. He did go on the PBA and have a video call with them, an extended video call. And today I saw he posted some clips from that, may be helpful. That's on his X account if you want to check that out. Okay, heading over to Small Spender real quick. Funding for Reactive Dot and related developments. This is 24,750 USDC, a nice small spend. to continue development on something that we funded a lot, I believe. I'm just going to go into Tian's proposal history here and check out what that's been like. So look at this. Way back from Ref 812, we got 600 dot through, then 15.4 thousand dot, then 37,000 USDC, then 67,000 USDC, then 89,500 USDC, 89,000 USDC, and now we're back with this one, 24.75 thousand USDC. Reactive dot, you guys are gonna have to give me a quick primer on what this means. What is reactive dot? Yes, Nikos. Thank God you're here.
Yeah. It's a library that Tian is building.
Can you pump your we can't hear
Volume.
you. There you go.
Sorry about that. So it's a library that Tian is building, and it's actually giving a very easy option to use to log into wallets. So, and it's using Puppy behind the scenes. So it's actually like building Substate front ends with a very easy to use library. And yeah, he works a lot with the Puppy guys in order to integrate Puppy in it.
Okay.
That's as far as I have used it plenty of times. It's like really straightforward how to use it, and it also supports more than one frameworks. As far as if I remember well, like it supports not only React, which is a famous framework for front end, but also Vue. So yeah, Tien is like really advanced, and he keeps like integrating ledgers and the Mimir, like the project for multi-sigs, etc. So yeah.
Okay, so
that's what it is.
Yeah, I got you. So can you just walk us through like a scenario where somebody would use this library? Like what would they be trying to achieve, and then they'd go to this library?
So a good example is, for example, the project that built in the previous, not this one, like the previous Web3 Summit. We built in the hackathon the delegate. Anyway, a project that you can delegate funds in the ecosystem, and we wanted to do a very fast solution on connecting all the extension wallets that exist out there very fast, and we just used React, and we spent like 10 minutes to integrate it. So you don't have to worry about, oh, can I connect the Polkadot wallet and then the Talisman wallet and then this wallet and that wallet? Just integrate the React dot, and it's the reactive dot, and it's there.
Cool.
Also, it provides a lot of utils about some utils. It provides, I think it correct works also, I think, and Solidity. Yeah, it has different stuff. Like I can keep talking for the long, and I don't want to.
No, that's great context. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay, finally on the small spender track this week, it's Treasury Guardian V2, and this has taken a turn for the worst. Now 34.16 million against, and just 319.4. Yeah, let's see here on the nay side. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DVs and Chaos DAO. Permanence is on the nay side. Paradox on the nay side. Florentina, you're personally on the nay side. What are you thinking here? Jimmy's on the nay side. What's the issue here? I thought this was going to protect the treasury.
I think that the idea is good. Like the idea behind actually following up on the spends and everything is good. I don't personally think that we need to invest in having it be something separate. Maybe just like an integration with Subsquare or current tools that we already have. Like you can already stop a milestone payment if you really wanted to. So it just seems like, to me personally, not something that we should be spending the money on. They did integrate the part about putting it into Polka Assembly or Subsquare milestone. Let me take a look. 4, I think. They added it on this new V2. But as a whole, I'm still thinking that we don't need this. But I mean, I think that the idea is good, but the way it's presented, I don't fully agree with it.
Okay. Yeah, it's maybe it's one of those like big idea things where we shove a bunch of features in, and maybe only 1 or 2 might be useful in the end. Like they have like a reputation tracking dashboard and all these kind of other things. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well that's interesting. You know, it would also be nice to see the guys behind this, right? Because I think partially what this relies on is like we actually it's kind of like an OpenGov curator tools in a way. It's like you kind of give people the ability to is that right? No, I think it stays in the custody of OpenGov, doesn't it? No, no, no. I think it's kind of like like a little like supervisor set.
Yeah, but anyone can do it. I mean, they are talking about recruiting these people and like teaching how to do it, but it's like anyone can technically do it. It's not like a reserved to some list of people, as far as I understand. But yeah, I agree with you that it would be great if they could come and explain everything. Although I think I forgot if it was last week on this show or AAG in Spanish, but I was saying that it is great to see that they went through every single step, right? Like they first did the tests. They went on the forum, they did a discussion, they came with a proposal, they modified the proposal based on feedback. I think this is great coming from the team, but it would be, yeah, maybe if they could come also and explain more on the show and have more of a back and forth, could be interesting as well.
Alrighty, cool. Okay, well that's all the rest happening in OpenGov this week. Anything else we want to talk about? Kind of been an interesting show.
I could use the opportunity.
Okay.
So for the Polkadot Builder Party, we commissioned a design kit, and I was slow to get back to the designer, so the whole design kit came in a little bit late to finish the whole thing. And I want to show it around. I want to show it and maybe get your opinions on this. If like, I mean, it's not strictly OpenGov. Is it still fine, Jay?
Yeah.
Let me share my screen here. Applet. Okay, so this is one of the designers that is also working with Sub-Zero. And the briefing I gave him is, let's work on something that is where you can compose together and remix it. And don't be too cypherpunky, but rather speak to maybe a more broad audience. Okay, so what he came up here with is going away from this traditional like hard edges, hard colors that we typically see, and instead he comes up with these quirky characters with like these soft gradients and soft colors. Extracted the color palette here, and so the idea is you can sort of remix those things. So it's a little bit of a remixing culture. So been playing around with this here, Reclaim the Web, Polkadot Builder Party. You have these elements that you can work with. And then, so what I'm trying to achieve here is also, I think in the future, like the work of design is changing in a way where you can work more with AI. So I'm taking this kit here and I'm feeding it to ChatGPT and saying, hey, can you come up with different styles to implement this thing, right? And so it uses the characters, and I think it's a very nice synergy where it takes the characters and reuses them in a different way to get those things done, right? So I'm not yet sure if it makes sense in this iteration or how we need to iterate it, but sort of I would like to roll this out tonight, push it to the forum, and then see how people react. So there's one thing, and then the last thing I can mention here is that I've been trying to look at the different ways in how Polkadot is presenting itself on Twitter and so on. And so here's a few things. So what I'm observing is that right now the style is very popular, where we have this animated style. That's basically, I don't know how to call this, animated style. So we have quite a lot of assets that are actually in a similar visual universe. They have some differences. So yeah, it's just a small experiment, but the idea is maybe we can sort of get a design kit out so that more people, if they want to create something in Polkadot and it sort of has a common language, they could use it and maybe come up with funny, weird graphics.
Okay, so this is for the Builder Party, and what has the Builder Party been using up to this point?
Yeah, so the events team, where I can show it. So for the events, we have we had a few different designs. So you saw that like different teams came up with different designs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it got more consolidated, and then on the Polkadot Cloud website, it's also different. So the idea was actually to have one unified design. It was just coming in late now in the whole process.
Okay, so you're gonna pop this up on the forum?
Yeah, just see if people want to pick it up, use it in some weird ways. And another thing is you can create new characters in ChatGPT if you just give it the characters and say, hey, can you come up with something new? They're a little bit flanderized, but yeah, I don't know. I just want to see if people like pick up on this, or if they change it or mutate it or do something with it.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man. All right, we're winding down the show here. And Jay, welcome to the show. Joining. I wonder if there's did time just recently change in your neighborhood? We're actually already an hour into the show. We're about to wind it down here. Anything you wanted to add before we go?
No, I'm good. Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's up, man? All right, well, we'll call it there. See you all very soon. Okay, so we have Yan on the Friday.News pump tomorrow for some key information about the Asset Hub migration. What are we migrating there? 1.6 billion dot. So what's that? 32, 3.2, 4.8 billion dollars worth of assets we're going to be moving over, something like that. No big. Should be all right. Okay, so there's that on the Friday.News pump, and then on Sunday we conclude our Dot and Capital Markets series with Dave Sadaka from Polkadot Capital Group. That's going to be on Sunday, and we'll see you back again on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.